Hello, everyone.
You're good talking.
Welcome. I call this meeting to order. I'd like just to mention this meeting will be live streamed, so please state your name and who you're with before you start, so people know who you are when you talk. I'd like to make a motion for the August 19th, 2025 council meeting minutes. Do I have a second? Do I have a second?
A second.
All in favor? Aye. Jay, what do you got?
I have an ordinance relating to vacating the alley right over there that we talked about.
Yes.
We wish to have notices published. We've had notices published and
Yep.
issued. And as I look around the room, I don't see any remonstrators in no likelihood. And so I have an ordinance, and I've got a couple of copies of the ordinance right here, which would vacate that alley should you choose to do it.
Okay. Yeah. Is this going? Okay. So I'd like to move for unanimous consent to consider ordinance number 2025-2 upon the first reading. Am I granted that?
I second.
Yeah. Okay. Consent's been granted. Are there any objections? Nope. Okay. Any member can do this. So I move for approval of ordinance number 2025-2. Is there a second for the ordinance?
I second.
Okay, all in favor? Aye. Thank you.
Is that the one between the gas station and?
It's just the lot that's being vacated is just between the gas station and the parking lot going from 5 just to that first section of the back of that building. Just that section.
And for those of you concerned about it, I did make sure that the company in the gas station that owns and understands that half the title to that alley will then go to him. The other half goes to the other neighbor.
Thank you very much. Okay.
Hey, Caleb, will you, when those get to you, will you fill in the blank on the newspaper and give that one of those back to me so I've got it?
For sure.
Thank you.
Okay.
You have to report to one of the other.
And is that it for you, Jay?
Yes, that's all I think I have for you to discuss at this meeting.
That's fine. Thank you.
Is that right, Caleb?
Believe so.
Okay, so 2026 budget hearing, we have the budget adoption meeting scheduled for October 21st, 2025 at 6 p.m. Anything else on that?
Open to public hearing for the budget just now.
Oh, sorry, I'm opening this public hearing for the 2026 budget. 5:35 p.m. Yes.
For the record, I will state that this was uploaded to Gateway as appropriate and required prior to this public hearing. There have been no written or verbal comments submitted to the town hall regarding this budget. Overall, the points of clarification in this budget is significantly less than last year, primarily because this is not a local road year for construction, so it's kind of back to our normal budget. And if there's any other questions or concerns, I'm happy to answer those. Otherwise, we will adjourn to the adoption meeting, which was
October 21st, 2025 at 6 p.m. If there are nothing else, we will close this hearing. Okay. Casey, take the floor.
All right.
Casey with DLC.
Yes. Just a few updates and action items for council to consider. The documents for signature, I can have those for here to sign after the end of the meeting. Everybody has a action item list and update. I just passed it out a few minutes ago. I just wanted to do that. Going to item number 2, community crossing project. Right now, they're scheduled to start Monday, September 29th, and push them until that following week. So they'll start with MOT, air traffic control, that week. So should go pretty quick, but that's the current plan.
Which one were they, first and
I do not know yet. But as soon as we find that out, we'll get that over to the family.
Okay.
On the SRF project, the closing, we probably have on your schedule, Kayla's scheduled for October 21st for those additional funds. You will, of course, have already approved the change orders associated with that. With that being said, project A, there's 2 action items here to consider. One is clinical completion document. Go to the 3rd page. That's just the completion. I didn't attach it to this, but there was a long punch list item. I don't know if everybody saw, mainly on the electrical. And was on that for a couple of weeks. They're going to be working on that for another 30 days. So of course we're holding retained on that. So, but they are whittling down that list. Basically with this, you just acknowledge that the majority of the work's complete and the plan's operational. And then there's also pay application number 29 for $34,252.91. So we would ask council to consider the approval of those 2 action items.
I make a motion for pay application 29 to Kirk Brothers in the amount of $34,252.91. Do I have a second?
A second.
All in favor? Aye. And then what do you need from us for the substantial completion?
Just that to be signed.
Just that, okay.
Yep, and then I'll sign it. And I'll get so I'll get those to you at the end.
Okay, perfect.
I'll have those items. And then the only other item, just wanted to let council a reminder that the community crossing applications are over in October of this year and then in July of next year. Whenever funds are available to apply for that. With that being said, there's a couple items we'll have to do this year to keep you eligible. One would be updating the asset management funding, which is a pretty straightforward process after authorization to do that. And then to update the Title VI, if you recall, I think we approved that a couple of years ago, which means we gave a template, so authorization to approve that. And also authorize either a ADA transition plan for the roads or a commitment letter that you'll do one within the next 3 years. You need to do that before you apply again, either in October or July.
What was the first one? I got the Title VI.
The road asset management plan, the ADA transition plan, and the Title VI compliance requirements. So we would ask council to consider us working on those, keep you compliant, so that you can apply for those funds in the future.
So do I need to make a motion for all 3 of them? Yeah, and I can do that at one time.
Sure.
I make a motion to give DLZ the right to start working on asset management plan, Title VI, and ADA transition. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Those are my action items for that.
Okay, thank you very much. Anything else for Casey? Oh my, okay. Next.
I have a question. That cathodic protection, is that scheduled or?
Is there a late copy of that?
issues, or-
And they said, the person I talked to said that they had to coordinate with somebody else, and I have not heard back.
Okay,
I told them, we just need to know.
okay.
He's prepared, but
So we're still waiting on that date, and then that has to be done, of course, before we close out the SRF.
And
Okra.
because,
So more than likely, that will be the issue, not the water.
okay, because she was asking again today if we have an actual completion date, because that's our, no, Okra wants our completion date.
So we do not know that date yet, but probably is going to be at least in October, maybe.
Sarah.
Sarah with Asbury, I highlighted on your report, few action items I have, basically just purchases or decisions that need to be made. The main one being, we got sort of rough estimates for new extensions for the rapid wastewater plant. There's a significant price difference between galvanized and stainless steel. Galvanized is what we had. It they're rusted in half. Stainless steel has more longevity, but it's also roughly $500 more, so. We're looking to see, we can get an exact price once we know which route the council wants to go with.
How long did the galvanized last for?
I don't know how long.
I'm probably,
Quotes for both.
well, I mean, it's just. Those are rough estimates, so like if we're not gonna wanna pay $500, we might just tell them just to get the quote for the galvanized. I would probably prefer stainless. Is that what most people are using?
I mean, it's gonna hold up. I mean, the other one was, it was this big around and the rest of it.
Yeah,
Do you have opinion,
What
Casey?
is it for? I'm sorry.
There's some, valve extensions in the sludge pit in the plant. One of them actually rusted right in half, and they weld back together, so we can do ones.
Sure. I would recommend stainless.
yeah, that's,
Willing to have a financial budget available.
well, I mean. Yes and no, but I think that makes more sense. Go ahead and get us an actual quote for the stainless steel so we know what we're talking about and let us know. But that would be my preference.
It's two quotes.
No, not for a part like that.
That's one of the things we're gonna have to get the parts for, and they will actually have to weld together and all that, so there's labor in there as well, so we'll get all that prices.
Okay, that would be the next step. That'd be ideal.
Got a quoted price for 2 buckets of oil for servicing all the equipment in the plant. That is through Belling Oil. Asbury has traditionally purchased it in the past.
And that's fine. I make a motion for the Bellman Oil Company for the 2 buckets. 64607. Do I have a second?
A second.
All in favor? Aye.
A barrel of used oil out of the plant that is completely full. I reached out to Crystal Clean, who we used in the past, and they said they can swap that barrel. There's a new empty one with that listed price, and the town is having to count with them, so.
I make a motion to proceed with Crystal Clean, bill to Cromwell, in the amount of $399.73. All in favor? Aye. Okay.
We do every year at this time. Want to kind of give you a heads up. Costs are coming in here soon. Don't know exact. I can get you an exact price on the truck.
Yeah, go ahead and let's,
Honestly, they're probably gonna take it in. They're gonna be like, oh, well, this might need.
yes, but let's go ahead and get a price. Let us know. I mean, that's fine. Let's get it serviced. But give us a heads up on the price for the annual preventive service. I'm guessing it's gonna include an oil change and,
Oil change, tire rotation.
Yep.
We just got it very not too long ago, so. I wouldn't think it'd be anything too pricey.
Okay. Yeah. That's fine. And then if they do find something, just let us know. I'm good with that. And then we need to service the leaf back before that starts up. So that's fine. Oh, you have anything else for Sarah?
I did want to say, we went over the list for Cromwell Days. Some of those things, timeline based on when we've actually done them versus what's listed on the list is a little different. Like the barricades from Ligonier, it's like get those 2 weeks ahead of time. We get those the week of, just so we can just pick them up and immediately distribute them, so we don't have to load them and unload them multiple times. So we haven't overlooked it. It's still on the list. We're just doing it a little different. So that's actually how we've done it in the past.
That's fine.
I think that's fine. I think our only concern is waiting for too many things to be the week of, because that's also when other things pop up that aren't on the list, but also have to be done. We don't want y'all working 60, 80 hours in 1 week if we can avoid it. But I do understand. Some things
Yeah.
need to be flopped around a bit. That's fine, as long as y'all are aware that, we don't want everything to wait till the week of, because none of us are much fun to be around.
Yeah, we'll get it done so we can. We done for a couple of months. We already made it in our yard 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you.
Good.
I did have a question on the, it's just a housekeeping kind of thing. The telephone pole across from Big C. Who is responsible for like trimming that? Do you know, Mike? Or is it? I just think that they would look a lot cleaner coming in town if that
Yeah.
wasn't all full of weeds right there.
What side? Where's it at again?
Right when you come into town, and
Most-
there is one little like telephone pole right there.
Technically, we hit that up several times a year. No. No, but that could he weed eat that at least?
It just
I mean, I think it was brush. Or a bunch of,
no, there's just weeds growing up around the telephone pole.
oh, or just around the pole. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it just needs like trimmed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's like, isn't that like CSX's?
That's out.
Yeah,
It's
and-
out across from Big C more than all that stuff from the railroad track. It's more out. That's why I wondered if it was part of our town.
No, I'm pretty
It
sure
would
it's
just look so
still
much
on
nicer
there, but we have
coming
right
into
away.
town, especially with the parade and people coming for the festival.
Yeah, that would be
And
nice.
like the old gas station over here, there's just some weeds. I know, I don't know who owns that either.
It's hard.
That would be a,
Had to catch them, but it would just look so much nicer.
These ones that.
Those little
Yeah.
Things that stick up through the
Mhm.
cracks. And again, just housekeeping.
that would be Mike needs to follow up on those private properties.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. Sorry, I jumped ahead.
So we can hit that with Mike when we
Yeah,
go
I
to
just
Mike.
hit
If
that
we're-
with my.
So let's go ahead and go to Mike.
As far as report, nothing unusual. I just added a theft report for a recent one that we have, so that was bad. And then we just had 11 kind of normal complaints towards accidents, which is a little bit high for normal for us, but we had to work on 4 of them, and then we just had a couple of special events, the parade and Stones Trace. And just to go back to that, I did draw out letters today to start delivering tomorrow, so we can get things cleaned up for that too. So just add that one because I don't think I had that one on the list. So that's one right.
Yeah, just like right here in between the laundromat and the gas station.
Okay.
Guess I didn't know whose it was.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I just had my eyes open more.
That's that middle section, right? You're talking.
yeah, the middle
Yeah,
section.
I don't know who owns it.
They're just really
I might talk to Dennis because he's the new owner of the laundromat, so he might do it because he's looking for exciting things with his laundry. So.
Thank you.
Somebody's supposed to be giving me a quote on that property. The one for mowing.
Oh, yeah.
So
And then if you kind of see if they do trimming and stuff, in case some of these people don't do that, we'd have to do that too.
yeah, and I think that is a possibility. So
But there's only 1 or 2 places that really need the trimming. It's actually, the town looks pretty good. There's just some cleanup things that I want to get. That's why I got these letters ready, but it actually looks pretty good. Except for
Yeah, no,
241
I think
Baker
those
Street.
little things stand out
Yes,
because
they do.
people are
They
cleaning
do.
up really well.
Mhm. So, okay, that was it.
anything else for Mike?
No, just a point of the calendar. They have 7 days once you give them that letter. And then if we are wanting to hire that to be done, that means you probably need to have those all done like tomorrow.
Well, that
There
is
won't be
my
time
plan.
before the festival to
That's-
get them.
I wanted to make sure, that's why I had to give them the time and make sure that we can get that.
6. So that's on Tuesday. If you get them done Wednesday of next week, so get them out tomorrow, then we will.
I don't think any of these people that I'm gonna deliver them to will do it.
Okay.
Typically, they do.
If we get close to the date and people aren't doing it, I need to get with that person. I need to get with the company that's gonna give us quotes on those so we can actually get it done before that Friday.
That's
So,
the thing.
okay.
He's got it under control.
Well, I'm glad.
And I hate to go too far forward because then they might not do it when it comes to the, so I always try to get it right in close so it can be done and look good when it comes to that Friday.
Nothing else, Caleb?
The books for August have been reconciled. Please acknowledge for the record, the packet will be reviewed and approved.
Acknowledged,
Credit card packet for August is present. Please acknowledge for the record, the packet will be reviewed and approved.
acknowledged,
The payroll allowance docket for August is present. Please acknowledge for the record, it will be reviewed and approved.
acknowledged,
I'd like council consideration for a sewer leak adjustment for account 140,900 for $8.89 for a qualifying sewer leak.
I make that motion. Do I have a second?
A second.
All in favor? Aye.
And then I'd like a request for an adjustment on a penalty for a Dropbox issue where payment was received in the wrong Dropbox in the amount of $7.44 for account 129,200.
And I make that motion. Do I have a second?
A second.
All in favor? Aye.
Motion to pay the bills.
I make a motion. We pay the bills.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Do we have the Dropbox issue fixed?
Really good.
Okay.
I mean, unless somebody
Yeah.
does something else crazy, but
Okay.
yes.
And then our next meeting is later.
Yep, October 21st at 6 p.m.
So next month is October 21st, 6 p.m.
Over.
Is it here?
Yes.
Yeah, it's just delayed a little bit.
30
21st.
minutes later.
30 minutes later.
Do not forget.
So right here.
This in your calendar,
Yeah.
says so right there.
Okay. Just to make sure everybody was aware.
That's good.
Okay, Tiffany, Sherry, anything else to add? Okay. Then I make a motion, we adjourn.
I second.
All in favor?
In that ordinance to pass for the vacation of the alley.
She will have those.
Making note to you.
Yeah, that'd be funny. If you didn't get out loud, I gotta see what they're.
Yeah. Yep.
Want me to turn that off?
Just an alley vacation.
Right, but you read it first time.
Yeah.
I didn't want to have to know how to describe it.
I'm having bad news tonight.
Get in trouble.
No bad news. for
No
me.
bad news.
I appreciate
I'm
it.
taking baby steps.
One day at a time. That was right here.